Okay, so we've got our DR40, and I want to take whatever I've recorded and I want to get it into my computer. So I'm going to take my USB cable. It's got my mini connector on it. That's going into the side of the DR40. And the other end, while the DR40 is turned off, is going to go into my computer USB port. And then I'm going to turn on the DR40. And you're going to get two things that's going to say bus power or storage. And I want to hit the bottom button that's at 6 o'clock. That's going to take me down to storage. And then I'm going to hit the center button. It's going to say OK. Now it's going to say USB connected. And I'm going to go into my Sound Forge now. I'm going to show you that screen. And I'm going to take myself off of here. And what I'm going to do now, this is Sound Forge Audio Studio 12. I'm going to go up to File, left-hand corner, and I'm going to say Open. And then you're going to see that it's going to have the DR40 come up. And it's going to have a file. It's going to have a WAV file. I did this in CD Quality Redbook. I'm going to double click it, and it's going to fill up my waveform section of this. And then I can go ahead and listen to it. And this is something I wrote last year. Okay, let's say that I like that. Then what I can do is I can decide if everything here is okay. And what I like about this is you can see that the EQ levels of all the frequencies are in display. Let's go back and look at this again. You're going to see the wool ball of trace, meaning that we've got a stereo signal. And then my spectrum analyzer is showing me all the frequencies that are on display and are in this file. Okay, so let's say that I like that. I can see that my levels are all below zero. I've got almost a 30 dB dynamic range, which is very good. So it's going to be lively and punchy. So now I can decide that my levels are okay. And so I'm going to come up to File, and then I'm going to say Save As. And what I'm going to do is I want to put this in. I've got 5 drives inside this computer. And so I'm going to go down to F, and I'm going to go into Documents. And you can see that the file name down here is just whatever the Tascam labeled it. Well, I'm going to change it. And I'm going to say Jim's new song. And I'm going to put a date, 2/8/2021. That way I'll know that it's my current file. And this is telling me what the file format is, 16-bit 44.1, which is CD Redbook. And then I'm going to hit save. And then that's going to be saved. And so I can go ahead now and I can delete this file inside this when I'm totally done. So that's pretty simple. I like Sony Sound Forge. It's I think the version 14 now was $49, and I think they're up to version 15. I haven't uploaded that yet. I like SoundForge 12, and so that's pretty much what I use. So I'm going to close this out. Now, the next file I want to show you in the next program that I really like is Sony, it's CD Architect. And this happens to be a program that I like for burning CDs with multiple tracks on them. And it does it all in a way that if I ever wanted to have them duplicated at a duplicating house, they can do that. So I've done that one here. So this is pretty simple. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put new. And it's going to ask me sample size. I'm going to change that to the best. And the ruler's fine. The time, and so I'm going to say OK. And now what I've got is a totally new slate. And so I want to go up to here, and it's going to say Open Media. This is going to take me into my documents. And I want to go into, it's into Window F, so it's already in my documents. Now I'm going to open this up a little, make it a little bit bigger, so it's easier for me to work with. And I want to go down to find, let's see, Jim's new song. And so now I've put it in my media pool. And I'm going to right click this and I'm going to add it to my track list. And I would do this to every file that I would do. So if I went back and added to the media pool, it's got all the information that I have here. And then I'm going to come back up and I'm going to go back to Open Media again. And let's just pick anything here. Find something else that's a red book. Friday night. And so I have that, and so I'm going to right click it. I'm going to add it to my track list, and it'll just keep doing this for every song that I add. Open Media, and when I come up here into my media pool, if I right click it, it's going to add it. It's also going to put in the standard Redbook 2-second space between each one of the tracks, which is really kind of nice. And so then you can actually play them too, just to see what you have. You see it put a 2-second pause in there? I can check the next track. It's got my meters over here so I can look at that. So that's what I really like to use Sony CD Architect if I'm going to build up a complete CD of songs. I can also go back. I'm going to close this out. It's going to ask me if I want to save it, and I'm going to say no. I can go back to Sony Sound Forge, and let's go back. And here's the song that I did before. Now, if I want just to burn this to a CD to listen to it, I can go to Tools, and it'll say Burn Audio CD. And I would put a blank CDR in my player, in my recorder down here, and then all I'd have to do is hit Burn CD, and it'll burn this particular track. So that makes it really kind of a nice system here. If I want to just burn what I just recorded, I can do it easily just from SoundForge. If I want to make a track compilation, I'd want to copy and buy the program CD Architect, which will actually give you Red Book compliant CDs that you can burn. So I hope that's helped you out some. It's real easy to import CDs out of your DR40, and Sony Sound Forge is a real good way. It's a real good DAW for you to be able to manipulate each of your individual tracks, normalize them, add EQ. It's got all kinds of effects in here that you can use. I can even add reverb to a track if I want. It's got processes. So it's a pretty nice program. And I think you'll like all of this. So you have to go to magix.com, and they'll sell you all the Sony programs that they have there. So good luck with that, and hope you've enjoyed it.